Following on from our cheap bike versus super bike videos on GCN, I thought to myself, can I turn a cheap bike into a super bike, but within a budget? Now, what am I going to do with this? Well, obviously I'm going to upgrade the components on it, as well as maybe making it look a little bit cooler too. Now, I have set myself a budget for this of £900, which is about $1,100 roughly, because quite frankly, I don't want to spend £1,000. And in true GCN does science, I will in fact pit this bike up against the super bike, both pre and after I've pimped it up a bit. Of course, we can't just build up that bike on a budget and compare it to a super bike. Instead, we need to actually scientifically record the results in order to see the differences. More on that later though.
I'm genuinely really nervous about standing on the pedals. I might have to go for a bit of a weave across the road.
So for this project, I decided to head over to eBay to try and find this cheap bike. And well, I've spent many a late night over the years scouring eBay for a bargain here and there, so I'm pretty experienced when it comes to knowing what to look for. And now, one tip I can really give you is to search out for lazily listed items. So by this, I mean things which include spelling mistakes. One of my favourite websites for this is something called fatfingers.com, where you type in the word that you're looking for and it gives you variations around that spelling, so hopefully you can find yourself a bargain. Then another great thing I do is to save searches, so I get an alert whenever a matching item for my saved search is listed. Finally, sorting or searching within a set distance is also a good feature, as many people would prefer to not ship a bike. So you could strike gold with a bike local to you. Or in the case of a friend, he even bought a bike in the north of Scotland, and in a relay race style method, thanks to his circle of friends, it was transported from various waypoints to him in the southwest of England. In my case, I'm pretty lucky actually with what I've found. I found myself this Trek road bike Lance Armstrong replica from around about 18 or 19 years ago, complete with a Shimano 105 group set. It has had some new wheels added at some point though. Now, I wanted to go for an aluminium bike because with this budget that I've set myself, buying carbon could be quite risky because any damage is not always visible. Whereas with aluminium bikes, you're a lot more likely to be able to spot any problems on there. Plus, let's face it, super bikes can be built from aluminium too, because Peter Sagan rode one earlier on this year at the Tour Down Under. It's not all about carbon, remember. What is ultra important too is to have good communication with the seller. So in the case of this one here, well, I've asked loads and loads of questions, as well as the fact that the seller's got 100% positive feedback. That fills me with quite a bit of confidence. Admittedly, this whole process can be quite daunting and possibly not for the untrained, because buying a bike of this age does come with its risks. A possible seized bottom bracket or seat post, for instance, yeah, that can take a bit of time to actually free up from a frame, but well, I think I'm up to the job of this, so let's go and get it. Right, I've made it. About an hour away from the office. It's been a nice little drive. I'm a little bit nervous, a few butterflies in my stomach because it's new bike day after all. And I'm not wholly sure exactly what I'm going to be getting. Yes, I know that I've been talking with the seller as well as seeing pictures and asking for more pictures and getting excited, but this is going to be the basis for the cheap bike being turned into a super bike. Let's go and get it. Johnny.
Hi,
John. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and you.
Right, let's see what I've bought.
Yeah, mate, you always do.
Cheers. Right, Johnny, here it is, the beauty, the beast that I've bought from you, and well, I've had a look around it, and it's in pretty good nick, to be fair, isn't it? I'm always a little bit, whenever I buy anything on eBay, I'm always a little bit unsure, but well, you seem like a decent guy anyway. So.
No, I've stitched you up. No, it's a really good bike. It served me well, to be honest. So I updated the wheels. That was a few years back. I put a new chain on it, but I didn't change the cassette, so yeah, probably not the done thing.
Yeah, I'll have to have a little look at that. Also, you've got a split cable down there, but I'm not gonna tear your arm off about that. Are you sad to see it go?
I am. I am really sad to see it go. I'll probably want it back actually.
Yeah, when you
Once
see what I do
fix it
to
up.
it, I think, well, I hope anyway, you're going to be biting my arm off, and
I think
maybe
I will.
we'll put it up for auction then, and you can bid on it.
I can buy it back.
Right, well, I won't take up any more of your time, but do keep an eye out on the channel, because I reckon you're going to see this turned into a super bike, and well, you're going to be super jealous at the end. But thank you so much
Cheers,
for
John.
taking
Thanks very much.
some time off of work.
Yeah, absolutely,
To
yeah.
let me come up here and visit you. Right, a big thanks to Johnny for making us feel so welcome up here. Let's look at the bike then. Well, first up, a Trek aluminium frame and fork with what I really like about it is the fact it's got a horizontal top tube on there. It's a real classic looking bike. Controversial though, possibly that bit. Full Shimano 105 group set. Again, this group set is from around about the year 2000 up until 2003 from memory. It's quite a long time ago now. Now, the only parts of the bike which are non-standard, I think, are probably the saddle. That's likely to have been an upgrade, and also the wheels. These are some newer Shimano wheels on there, and also the brake calipers. They're Shimano Tiagra. Now, the bike itself, it will need probably about 5 minutes actually in the work stand just to make sure the gears and brakes are working absolutely fine before we do the first part of the comparison test. But all in all, I think I've got myself a really nice bike here. Headset, that's in good condition. That's a Diacomp A headset. Beautiful looking bit of kit still. Bottom bracket, really small amount of play. Again, in the work stand, I might be able to sort that out. Who knows? Interestingly, a 5339 chain set on there because, well, compact chain sets were just merely a pipe dream. But all in all, I'm impressed with it. So from the first 5 minutes, I can just tell already this is an absolutely great bike and it's more than up to the job, but we're not gonna leave it there, are we? Oh, no, no, no. All the parts in it are actually gonna be replaced. But before I do that, well, I'm gonna have to take this back to the gang to show them in the office because one of them is gonna have to ride it so we can get a marker time so that when we compare it to it in a few weeks' time, we can see exactly the progress. I wonder what they think of it when I take this into the office. Something though they will be happy about is the fact that the bike computer, Johnny told me it didn't work. I moved the sensor and now it does. 9.3 miles an hour, 13 degrees Celsius. Now, I hope you've just said goodbye to that bike because that is the last time you're ever going to see it looking like that. There's a little hint for you on what's coming up next week, so stay tuned for that makeover. And as ever, remember to like and share this video with your friends. Give it a big old thumbs up. And also, why not check out the GCN shop at shop.globalcyclingnetwork.com where we've got a whole heap of goodies for you to check out. And now for another great video, how about clicking just down here?